Ocean waves crashed against the coast, flooding countless residential areas. The Northeast faced harsh winter storms affecting over 500 households in Passaic County, New Jersey. TZUCHI worked with the Red Cross to help support the relief effort.
淹水的区域很长，所以呢，红十字也很头痛，到底要设在哪一点来发放的场地，所以也到最后终于找到了这个 YMCA 的负责人，然后他愿意提供这个场地给我们。
The flood forced hundreds of families to evacuate. The first floor of Frederick's house was completely flooded, but thankfully his family was able to stay on the second floor. He expressed gratitude after receiving a cash card.
We are, after 2 weeks being sheltered by some very dear friends, my wife and my 2-month-old, we have returned to the house, what remains of our home, and looking forward to rebuilding it.
当我们给他一些关怀的时候，他们也可以感受到。对，所以其实很多时候是双方都有一点 emotional， 对，但是大家也都很感激，就是说有这个缘分。
I am tired because I'm working and I clean up all night. Yes, and I appreciate it for every help. Thank you so much.
On the day of the distribution, the weather forecast predicted a snowstorm, but volunteers still arrived with enthusiasm. Veteran volunteers brought newcomers with them, hoping to show the affected families how much the community cared.
那今天的每个站，我们都有培育一些新的人才，希望说在新旧都能够有一个训练，更了解我们在做急难发放的意义在哪里。
70 water bottle can make a blanket big enough to hold for 2 people.
Awesome.
It's really warm, right? So hope that can make you right. And then there's another one. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
As the affected families received blankets from the volunteers, they broke into smiles and left with blessings for themselves and their homes.
But we can still load up the carts to have them ready.
Members of 3 Girl Scout troops worked together, following grocery lists and packing boxes to serve their community. Maddie came with her parents, and they even brought their relatives from Delaware to help.
The first time I was kind of confused because it was like my first time and I didn't really know what to do, but now I know what to do and I feel like I'm helping more.
There's a nice amount of space so you aren't right up on someone.
So it seems like it's running very smoothly, actually. Everyone seems to have their own job.
So that's one, okay? We have a lot of news to help today.
The 6 Girl Scouts helped with everything from packaging to distribution. Volunteers gifted them with keychains and red envelopes, spreading TZUCHI's philosophy of charity in the hopes that the Girl Scouts will continue to learn and give back to their communities.
I am so honored, genuinely. It really means a lot to receive financial assistance from TZUCHI. It means that I'm able to become more involved at my school and engage more in extracurriculars.
After a 6-month application process, 14 students were selected to receive the New Jersey chapter's blessings.
We use a very strictly ruled base, under very fair base, to do the evaluation. So you should be all very proud of the selection.
Brielle fulfilled her late father's wish by successfully applying to college, where she will be double majoring in special education and criminal justice.
Interview at my school, I'm the first one to ever be receiving this award, so it means a lot and it's going to help so much, especially with my degrees.
On her son's second time winning the scholarship, his mother expressed her admiration for TZUCHI's compassion.
Today has just been literally life-changing for me by witnessing the generosity and the caring nature of everyone that volunteers and is part of this organization.
Whether they are new or returning recipients, TZUCHI makes sure that students are never alone on their learning journeys. Sunday is usually the day for Mass at St. Joseph's Church, but one floor down, TZUCHI volunteers in blue and white have transformed the space into a free dental clinic. In New Jersey, many suburban residents and recent immigrants do not have medical insurance. If they get a toothache, they have to tough it out. Abril grew up in El Salvador. She and her husband haven't been to the dentist in a long time. Besides getting dental checkups, they also learned the proper way to brush their teeth.
Amazing. I was just telling my husband that I had gone to my dentist like previous years, like months before, and they only do like the cleaning on top. They've never done like a full cleaning. And this time I found out way much more things than like to brush my teeth and like that.
At TZUCHI's dental clinic in Camden, New Jersey, volunteers aim to help everyone improve their quality of life.
They are just so poor and they cannot afford, the dental services. So what you are doing is really important and helpful for these people.
The organization is very organized, it's very serious. What you're doing for the community has been pretty good because we need it.
Eye examination equipment was brought to an elementary school auditorium. Dominique's daughter's glasses have 2 broken frames and are held together by tape. With the free clinic at the school, she now has a chance to get them fixed. Her 3 siblings have also come for eye exams.
And my oldest, their eye doctors were months out. A lot of other doctors don't take my insurance, so this was definitely a big help.
Through the introduction of school volunteers, TZUCHI collaborated with Davis Elementary School in Camden, New Jersey. For the first time, the school conducted a preliminary vision screening to help ease the financial burden on the majority Hispanic families.
Our students are in need of glasses, and sometimes it's difficult for the parents to take time off from work to take them to get the eye exam, take them to get their glasses. So it's easier for them to be able to do a one-stop and be able to do everything together.
I wish we could expand it to more families to be more impactful. I love the fact that you have over 30 volunteers here to help support us, so it's a great initiative, and I hope that we can build on this.
Choosing their new frames allows students to become more confident when learning, and the gathering of love cultivates kindness in their hearts. At the joint graduation ceremony for the New Jersey TZUCHI Academy schools, graduates entered arm in arm with their teachers.
恭喜你们完成慈济人文学校最高年级的课程。茶。
The graduates served tea to their parents and read words of gratitude to show what they have learned.
就学到很多东西，就感恩跟别人，尊重别人那样。
他礼拜5的 Food Pantry 也会想要来帮忙，因为他觉得师姑师伯们都很幸福的在帮助别人，所以我觉得这是一个善良的种子，已经播在他的心里。
At the Buddha bathing ceremony, meditative music played as volunteers walked together toward the Buddha. This event brings the New Jersey TZUCHI family together every year and serves as a reunion for the community.
这样子的慈济借这个大缘，创造大爱，然后可以创造更多的这种善缘，世界才会更安定、更和平。
今天有机会来到这边，感觉就是比较平静祥和，然后可以洗涤我们的人心，真的是一个非常棒的活动。
While most of the participants were accustomed to these practices, there were some who wanted to experience a different culture.
Even 我是基督徒，我也觉得宗教都是劝善，而且慈济做的义行是全世界的，我是觉得这很能可以让人家很尊重，所以我也很 support。
Boxes of supplies are wheeled in one by one. The older generation unloads the goods for the younger generation to pass along. Although TZUCHI volunteer Chen Guohua moved to Florida 3 years ago, he is still a well-known face at the New Jersey Food Pantry.
我离开了3年，把握时间呢，也没有。我今年都71岁了。
The reason for his return was the U.S. TZUCHI Leadership Conference. He passed his knowledge of food pantry operations to the participants, hoping that he will soon be able to turn them over to the younger generation.
肯定要青年人，因为我们会老的嘛，我们会退的嘛，因为这个有点出众啊。
Remember, like
the best memory was when we were outside. It was super hot, super humid, and like me and her were carrying these heavy bags of like cans and grains. People saw us and we were struggling, so they came in, and then we had like a chain of 5 people, like an assembly line, and we all passed the bags down.
Over 100 college students and recent graduates from all over the United States gathered at the New Jersey office for 4 days of leadership classes and team building activities.
And this year, we want to inspire and remind the new TZUCHIs of our slogan, act with compassion and wisdom, interact and inspire each other. With this slogan, we want to make sure that the TZUCHIs remember what we promised the Shikong Shangren.
TZUCHI's generational differences came to light during this conference. These TZUCHI grew up in a world of technology and have learned to adapt quickly to new developments. But because of the values we share, we can still connect between generations.
我非常的感动，我看到我们小孩子长大了，看到美国未来年轻人可以来承担上人在美国的志业。
Buddhism is at the root of TZUCHI's culture. With so many young people spreading the word, Master Zheng Yan's teachings will continue to flourish in the United States.
Because you, we make it. Because of you, we get together.
Next year's conference will be in Houston, Texas, where the TZUCHI will continue to strengthen their connections. The Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in New York chose to open the first mobile consulate in New Jersey at the TZUCHI office, since the location was familiar to the Taiwanese population in the area.
非常好，没有 complain， 很好。希望以后多多举办这种。
希望我们就是明年也会有，就是会有不定期也会有这个活动。
Everyone was delighted by the convenience of bringing the passport renewal process to New Jersey.
就像我的护照已经 expire 很多年了，可是一直都没有机会跑纽约去办。
对啊，非常方便。办以往就是光开个车，可能如果坐到纽约市就要1-2个小时了。
Typically, New Jersey residents have to drive an hour to New York to renew their Taiwanese passports. It would take an entire day, and taking time off work means losing money. With the chance to renew their passports so close to home, these residents could not afford to miss it.
我儿子在这边中文学校，然后老师通知，然后也有在那个 Facebook 上面也有看到的。
一些师兄师姐啊，有的人是负责代位的啊，还有发那个号码牌的。我们也有安排了就是相机组，然后帮他们准备今天的午餐。
The TZUCHI office is a familiar place to the Taiwanese circle. There were many volunteers and plenty of space available, and to everyone's satisfaction, the process was quick. This was an excellent example of community collaboration.
Is an ordinary person, just like you and me, who is totally devoted, dedicated to helping others.
On the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, people of Catholic, Christian, Jewish, and Orthodox backgrounds gathered in the Community Church of Cedar Grove, New Jersey, and prayed for the world together.
I think 我们今天的表演是 to remind us of our unity and gratitude across our shared faith, in order to remind us of our humanities across our diverse traditions and religions.
Great love transcends religion. Humanity is one of the greatest gifts we have been given.
Thanksgiving is a special time for our Cedar Grove community because we always gather together, taking turns hosting the service, and I think it makes people feel really good to know that we're together and supporting each other and kind of sharing our blessings together.
It is a unique opportunity for people of so many faiths to come together, not only to pray, but also to share our stories of dedication to our faiths and communities.